Hey everyone, Gretchen Wegner here, and I want to show you my favorite way to organize how to think about studying for final exams and get it all on one page. This is a super important because, especially if you're a high school student and you have like 7 different classes, there's a lot of details you have to prepare for. And so let's pretend it's about 3 weeks away from final exams, and that's about when you should start planning. Even though I know many teachers have not given you information yet. But let's just say you're 3 weeks out. So I like to create a chart on a piece of paper like I'm doing right now. There are 7 columns here. I like to start with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That way the weekend stays together because that's often when you're going to be doing things, is on the weekend. And then you put the dates in it, like I'll just put the current dates. I'm making this video in December. I don't know when you're watching it, but so then you put your dates, etc. I'm not going to do it all right now. And then you start laying out, let's actually pretend this is final exam week. If you're a high school student, you probably have 2 exams a day. And so let's say you have on Monday English and history and math, and luckily you don't have one there, let's pretend, and then nothing in the morning, and science, and then let's say you have your art elective on the last day. That would be a nice that would be a nice schedule, wouldn't it? Then you plan out like what needs to happen on this weekend. What needs to happen on this weekend? And then you write yourself very specific tasks on the calendar for what needs to happen every day. If you're 4 weeks out, you can create a calendar that has 4 weeks. If you're 2 weeks out, you can create one that has 2 weeks. But I really recommend having it all on one page so that whatever you write here, like for example, like you might do, we don't have Spanish here, but let's pretend. Spanish, you might write like 10 flashcards. FC stands for flashcards. And so you know that every day you need to do 10 flashcards, and you write that out. And then for math, you know that on this particular day you need to retake the math sample test that your teacher gives you, so that you write math sample test here. And that way you have it all laid out, what needs to happen. And you can even plan, I like to suggest, you can even plan Fridays, nothing to happen, so that you can really focus on your Saturday and Sunday. Let me know if you have any questions, or please reach out if you need any help creating your own final exam plan. Gretchen at GretchenWegner.com is where you find me. Take care, everyone.